Welcome back to Short Shift Garage, and on this episode I'm working on my RG Colorado. The other day I threw a little bit of a tanty and I smashed my factory head unit. So I've purchased a nice cheap eBay unit. We're going to throw it in and let's see if this poor man's going to be paying twice. This is just our damaged standard head unit. We're going to be replacing the MyLink. After a while the touchscreen stopped working. You used to be able to give it a bit of a knock and it'd work until knock knock went no more. So we're just going to quickly probably pop this bonnet, disconnect this battery before we start getting into this, just in case we need to, I think we need to splice into some wires for the reverse camera. So we just make sure the battery is disconnected for all that type of stuff. So we just got the standard battery up here. It's got that relay for the second battery, so we'll just hit that. He's just got the quick connects on it. And we'll just disconnect this just in case we don't fry something in one of these newer cars, which wouldn't be ideal. So we'll make sure that we don't touch anything. That there should be fine. So the first thing we're going to do is just want to remove this panel down here. Just remove that there. So you're just going to want to pull it forward out the bottom. And just let that sit down there, that's fine. Pull this top piece forward. And then we're going to want to keep, your hazard switch, so you just press the back in and then push it out and forward like so. That can sit up there. So we're just going to remove these air vents and get down here to these screws. There's all your clips here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just a few locators. With the air vents removed, you just got these 1, 2, 3, 4 screws left. So you go through now and remove those. And your unit should come straight out, and you'll just have some plugs in the back. So your main plug, flick him, pull him out. That one, I think that's your aerial. A little clip down the back of it. A little screwdriver or something to get this one. Like that, and that's out. Okay, so this is our head unit that we're going to be throwing in our cheap eBay special. We'll just open this up one-handed and have a quick look before we throw it in on what we have, and hopefully everything's here with the fascia kit. So this should just be a plug and play, so it's got the whole kit, the harness to suit. So this is all your wiring harness, your speakers, your CAN bus, which is a must to get these to work. Reverse camera, which I don't have one, so we'll definitely install that as well. And check the awesome quality out that that's going to be. And so I think your splicer wire, if you're going to splice, and that's your RCA, which hopefully we can use. Just shut yours down for a second so I get this out of the bag. This is the head unit. And there she is. Oh, come on. My mug on there. The only downfall with this is that my interior is grey. They didn't really specify what it was coming with. Clearly black. Black at the moment is quite easy to get because I think there's a lot that's grey. Looks alright. Hopefully it works. Like I said, this is just a cheap eBay special version. I think all up, that whole kit, pretty sure like $260, $270. So, poor man might be paying twice, if not more, but it's better than what's in there at the moment. So, we'll get in there and we'll throw this one in. Finished running the cable for the reverse camera. There's a grommet down here. I just came through that, just cut a little slit and sent it through. Then we'll follow it up through here, and that's where it is at the moment. To do that, all I did was just remove that foot kick panel, the scuff plate, cut into that grommet, and then all I done was just follow that chassis rail, the main chassis rail along, and just cable tied along through the top, all the way down to the back, across the tow bar, and then we just mounted him here. And then all I did for the power was I just tapped into the driver side reverse light and then earthed it out as well. So once we get that head unit in, plugged it in, we'll see if that all works. So we've just installed all the harness into the new head unit, and this will be a plug and play kit straight into the Colorado one. I just grabbed the green clips off the standard fascia and put them on these ones. I've used all the cables. We won't need this one here, but that's just for later on down the track if we put a sub in. That's just your RCA cable connections. This one here is where we'll plug into for the reverse camera, and then we're just going to have to wire up the red wire from the harness in the car for the reverse camera up into this brown wire. Antenna connection, extra USB, GPS, speaker, and that's the CAN bus. So I'm just going to go through now and just connect all these wires. So that is the reverse cable wire, and then you've just got your signal wire here for your power that goes down in here into where we cut the cable out of the CAN bus. So that's one. I have put the hazard switch in. This grey one over here is just an extra USB port. And then we have a little GPS sensor. We won't be using any of these. And then this USB one will go to this one, like so. Hopefully that stays in place. Then you've got your antenna. up a bit closer, I guess. Okay, that's better. I think that's in. Find out soon. Then the other one will just be this one here. Just make sure we've got the right ports. Which I believe we do. Just gently push it in. Should go straight in, and then you should just be able to lock. I would have thought you'd be able to lock that in, but it doesn't really look like it wants to. So just push that in nice and tight. That's in. That cable's in. That's all of it by the looks, except for that top wiring. And then you're just going to want to just place all this wiring in a spot where it's not going to get crushed to 300 million different bits with all that cabling that we have. So we'll sit that there for now before we put any of the vents back in. We'll smack that battery back in and power this up. We'll see how we go with that. Alright, put the key in. That'll be the door alarm. Wow, that's a little bit annoying. Oh, and bonnet. So that kind of works, which is good. We've got power. Cool. I have to set the time. Doors open, which they both are. It's in English. That's volume up. Volume down. Track up will be what? I don't know if that'd work right now. That's up, and that's back because it's the song. Oh, turn that down. But, I might finish off now just installing this back in because I'm happy with that working as it is. Then I might just go through, connect my phone up, and just see. Oh, I wonder if the reverse camera will work. I don't really want to pull that down. Okay, no signal. So happy that powers up now. I'm just going to chuck the air vents back in and then box it all back up, and we'll switch it on and have a deeper look maybe into the settings, connect the phone and see how that all works. A bit jumbly putting this in, which is awesome. Click, click, bang, bang. I'm going to do the same with this other side. These just press in quite easily, so you know when you're in. Make sure we've got no cables where we don't want them to be caught up. There we go. Now it's time for the screen. Make sure everything's just still connected. Cables are all sitting up there nice and pretty. And then we go to put this one back in. We just make sure everything's kind of out of our way so we don't pinch anything, which we shouldn't really anyway. Push the top in, hold it in, and then the bottom. Chuck this back in. Right, we're going to throw the key in, we'll roll this over, put on accessories. So I do now have the reverse camera working. Doing the job. When I first set this up, it wasn't working. It comes with this card, wire it up, and then down the bottom here it says that you need to change your settings. This car never came with a factory camera, but when you plug all the wiring in, it's set up to think it has one. So there is a card to say what style it needs to go to. It says double hold, long hold on the screen, and it comes up. Well, that didn't work. So what I did is I went in here, car settings, system settings, factory settings. You go here, and it wants a password. Okay, I've just thrown up my sunshade because the glare was out of this world. You can't really see in here, but anyway, go to page 29 of the user manual, and it actually gives you the code that you want, which is 1617669. That one, hit confirm, comes in. Then you want to go to back car settings, and you have HD reversing system. You go in here, and then you correspond to this supply card down here, and it tells you what camera you should be using. Find it, pick it, hit save at the top. It'll go through a reset process, and then it'll lock it in, and it will give you the camera view instead of coming up with no signal. There we go. Phone's connected, all working, music's playing. The screen is very responsive. You go through and change it all, customize it all to however I want, but quite happy with that for now. All the controls on the steering wheel are working as they should. Reverse camera's working as well. So that. Alright, head unit's installed. For 270 bucks, that is a bargain with the face shear kit as well. Colour's a little bit off, but that's not going to worry me too much. Yeah, for a real decent head unit, you're over $1,000. So for 270 bucks, and it works pretty much straight away once it got wired up. Stoked with that. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you want. Also, a while ago I bought some stickers as a trial off a company. It's been on for a while now, but after probably about 4 or 5 days it started peeling. Quality is fucking dog shit. The great thing about that, the company I bought them off will not reply to any emails at all to replace their shit stickers. So I have 100 stickers that I just need to probably just give away. They won't stick to car windows. I've got them on 4 cars, all the same thing, peeling off. On my toolboxes they're staying on. I think it's just I can't handle the heat coming off the window in the sun. So if you're interested in just a free sticker, shit quality, hit up the Facebook page and I will send some out or whatever. But yeah, can't do anything with them except for just giving away.